Hey guys, so I'm gonna come at you with something really quick today, but I think it's so important. So in this business, the nature of it, you're gonna have, you're building a legacy business. So you're gonna have a long-term mindset and you're gonna go at a pace that works with your everyday life normally. But there are gonna be some seasons when you want to run hard because maybe you're wanting to qualify for a special prize. I know right now there's a prize that my family we have our eyes on. I am gonna work my business with excellence and those prizes come anyway, but I would really like to go after that. Also, the trips with this company are so generous. And so I've actually been on 2 trips that come to mind very quickly that we would not have been able to go on had I not qualified for them with my Plexus business. And one of them was my husband had never been to Disney, so he's an adult. This was when I very first started. And that was our leaders retreat that first year, right after I started my business. And boy, I wanted that trip because Plexus was gonna pay for me to take my husband on an epic Disney trip that I knew there was no possible way that was gonna happen if I didn't earn it, okay? And then also Washington, D.C. So we were able to take our whole family to Washington, D.C. because I earned that trip as well. So I do believe that you can absolutely keep all of your honor in the way that you're running your business, all of your integrity, and do things in that from that position, and also from a position of peace, and still get the prizes and get the fun trips and be rewarded with all of that. It's just part of the whole package. So I don't want you to ever feel weird about going after prizes or going after the trips or working hard towards the incentives because they're part of the whole thing. And so you can still keep your customers' needs and serving them at the very, very forefront of what you're doing. And you can do that and still go after the prizes. Okay, I want you to know that. So that's the main thing that I wanted to say. Do not ever put yourself in a position of feeling like, well, I don't want to be seen as just trying to hustle for trips or prizes or extra cash or whatever it is that we're giving. And so I don't want to work towards that because of the way people might see that or interpret it, or, it might come off weird. That is not the case. If you are still operating with the highest of honor, highest of integrity, putting your customer needs first, I actually think that those trips and all the incentives and all of that will come easier when you do those things, because people are going to be attracted to your style, the way that you operate, the way you offer what you have to them. And for me, I know my personal line to where, like, if I am trying to close like one last person to get one, that's the last thing I need towards some incentive. I know my line where if I'm really pushing, and I feel like I'm pushing that person and I've all of a sudden replaced my desires for that trip or prize or whatever ahead of their needs, then I back off. It's not worth it to me to get that. And so I just let it go. And if it comes back around, great. If it doesn't, that wasn't meant for me, okay? Now, so with that said, okay, so my main point in this training is to let you know that you can absolutely still create great momentum, run for prizes that you want, run for trips and all the fun things. Qualifying for Leaders Retreat is coming up. You can do all that and still maintain your honor, integrity, and peace, okay? That is the main thing I wanted you to know. You can absolutely do that. So now I want to answer your question I know you're having. How do I do that, okay? So my biggest tip for you is to think of it like you're driving a car. So when you're in a car and you are headed towards the freeway, your foot is on that accelerator. In order to get on the freeway and maintain the speed that you need to stay on the freeway and not get yourself killed, what do you need to do? You need to press in, okay? You need to put more intention into the accelerator so that the car speeds up. Once you're on that, freeway, you maintain that speed until what? You get off, right? You maintain that pressure on the accelerator. when you get off and you're just, heading towards home and you're on your neighborhood street, you're going to lift back off of that accelerator, okay? So think of that like the seasons in your business. Right now, heading towards the end of the year, Leaders Retreat qualification, Q4 success sprint prizes, all the things that could encompass for your family. I know I've talked to many of you that you already know you're gonna opt for the cash because you have needs for your family. So the cash option for some of the success sprint prizes, because you have needs and God is providing them through this opportunity. So that's another reason. Don't ever shy back from going after those things. Guys, let me tell you the craziest story. At the beginning of this year, my family said, you know what, we really need to save for a new KitchenAid mixer. We've had our same mixer since we got married 20 years ago. We probably use it 3 to 4 times a week. We've done catering jobs with it, wedding cakes, pizza every single Friday for 20 years. That thing it's gonna go out right when we need it, right? And so at the beginning of the year, I told the kids, we even got on the KitchenAid website and I said, let's pick what color we want and we need to start setting money aside because they are not cheap, okay? So guess what is in tier 3 of the Success Sprint third quarter prizes? A KitchenAid mixer. And y'all, I got teary-eyed when I saw that because I knew right away that was something that I could earn without it having to come out of our finances, without us having to save for it, just by working my business with excellence. So you better believe that my kids know that that's the prize I'm after. It also helps to incorporate them in what I'm doing and get their cooperation and help. And man, what a gift. What a gift that's the very thing that we said we needed this year, okay? So anyway, again, my point is don't shy back from working towards those extra things. They are there for a reason. And so if you're in a season where, you have a brand new baby or you're starting a new outside of this type of job or your family's moving or, it's just a really full season, you might be at that accelerator pace where you're on your neighborhood street, where you're doing the things, the nuts and bolts of maintaining a great business that is paying for your products and maybe more. And you're doing what's needed to maintain and let people know that you're still there for them. Your business is open, but you're not necessarily leaning into big growth or big momentum, okay? But if you're in a season of like, okay, I'm ready to go, then you put your foot on that accelerator. What does that actually look like in the day-to-day? The thing that you can utilize where you don't have any question about what to do is this. This is our intentional workflow pie chart. This is a list or a chart of things to do. This is how you grow a business with Plexus. This is how you do it right here, this piece of paper. Everyone should have it printed off, and this is where you should work from to work this business. So let's say if you're in a season of really pulling back, you may take this pie chart and you may spread this out over a whole week if you need to. If you're in a season of just momentum, you're going and you're adding, and it's just a great life-giving season, then you probably are going to go through this chart once a day, okay? If you're in a season where you are full on accelerator, you've got business to attend to, you may go through this chart 2-3 times a day, okay? It's the same activities. So you're not ever moving outside of, you're not ever moving to crazy town. You're not ever moving outside of your integrity or honor and just doing things that you absolutely don't want to do in order to get the prizes. You can still do the same things and grow your business with full on, just amazing integrity and honor from a place of peace. By doing these things, you just do them more often, okay? So, you're instead of just following up, for a short, maybe 15 minutes of time a day, you're gonna follow up for 30 minutes a day. You're gonna double that amount and follow up with all the different people that you can. Instead of, reaching out for 15 minutes a day, you're gonna reach out for maybe 30, 45 minutes a day. You're gonna really start adding people to your funnel. You're gonna start having great conversations with them. It's going to be more people though than if you were just in that kind of like just regular speed. Does that make sense? I sure hope so. So I just wanted you to know that, like, how do I actually get to the finish line for those big prizes? Because I want all of you at Leaders Retreat with me this year. And the way that you get there is you go to our Dare to Dream Google Drive, you print this out, and you make time during your day. I will tell you that if you're going for those big goals, you cannot just let this go by haphazardly and see if it happens. You do need to map out time in your day, and you need to have a plan, and this is where you start with that, okay? So go print this right now and decide what season you're in, and decide how much you're gonna push that accelerator right now, and then commit the time to do it. All right, I hope this helps you guys.